Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of The Breakdown. In today's episode, we're going to be having a look at a super match that has just taken place in Dubai between Larry Wheels and Filip Hritz of Slovakia. Now, if you don't know who Filip Hritz is of Slovakia, he is the number one ranked arm wrestler in Slovakia. He weighs in at about, I believe, somewhere between 85 and 95 kilos. I'm not sure what he is on this match in particular, but that's the weight range that he operates in. Most notable victories is he has beaten RVJ in a tournament setting a few years ago. A press puller is his lead weapon, but an incredibly strong, well-rounded, very fast athlete is Filip Hritz. And Larry Wheels, of course, we know Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels, new to the world of arm wrestling. When I say new, I mean 2 years into the world of arm wrestling. He's very enthusiastic, very keen. Comes from the background of all sorts of crazy strength lifts. He's dominant in everything that he touches. But arm wrestling has been the journey for him for the last 2 years, and he's been building. He's been building gradually. He hasn't yet got an official super match win on the big stage. This match here is at the big stage, not as big as a King of the Table stage, but nonetheless, it is a super match, and you can guarantee his opponent, Filip Hritz, will be taking it seriously because he is very much aware that it's going to be held up in lights via the Larry Wheels arm wrestling channel, and the arm wrestling world always interested to see what Larry does next. So it has validity, this match. All right, so without further ado, let's have a look now at the match. All right, we can see Filip on the left and Larry on the right of the screen. You can see this here, the super match. You can see Filip setting up very much ready for that shoulder press. You can see straight away energy coming forward. Larry looking more in the traditional hook space. The knuckles are pretty even in terms of height from both of these athletes. And a very quick start there with Larry with the stop. And then the dropping, dragging hook. You can see the bicep strength of Larry. Getting the victory there. Bit of uncertainty on whether that press from Filip was a pin. But the referee didn't call it. And fair to say, the wrist line did look like it potentially was still above. Let's have a look at it again. Let's go back, actually. Let's go back and have a look at it again. I'll see if I can pause it. The press from Filip off the go is quite dangerous. Very venomous press Filip has. His speed is good. His integrity through, somewhere about there. It's hard to tell. I can imagine the wrist line is still potentially up. Keeping in mind that it is the wrist line that matters most. It's not the forearm. It is the wrist line or hand above. But anyway, the referee's got the best perspective. You can see his eyes are in the right place. No pin called. We carry on. Larry in control with that dragging hook, that bicep-driven drag hook. You can see a bit of rotation there at the end as well from Larry. Impressive stuff. Round one going to Larry Wheels, 1-0. You can see Larry making mention that he was not sure whether it was a stop or a pin. Referee indicating that it was close. All right, round two, here we go. Filip Hritz on the right. Larry Wheels on the left now. The shoulder press commitment, but look at the bicep strength of Larry. The raw bicep strength with the stop there. Transitions now back to his side of the table. Filip Hritz unable to stop that with any sort of side pressure. Let's have a look at that again because that is fascinating stuff from Larry. And I'll expand on why it's fascinating in a moment. But let's have a look. Sorry. Look, there's the stop right there. I want to go back a little bit more. To the start. All right, here it comes. Ready? Great start from Filip in getting that position, but Larry's bicep strength is phenomenal. Just uses raw bicep to get him off center, and then finishes with a surge of side pressure and rotation from Larry. But that bicep strength, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. All right, 2-0. Here we go. Round number 3 now. See the foot up from Filip. Larry, low grip. He's just wanting to contain the pronation to stop the press from Filip. Filip looking to get over the arm. And a bit of an interesting start, bit of a stop start to that match there. Let's have a look at it again. You can see the low grip from Larry as we've got it paused right here. You can see the low grip. The reason Larry is going for the low grip is one method of stopping a press is to just simply, first of all, affect the press's pronation, and then you can drag them down a little bit. That'll separate them from the shoulder. Where Filip, what he's doing, he's trying to get over the rotation of his opponent and commence with that tricep-driven down pressure. Whoever gets their objective done first will get the victory. All right, so watch it again. Filip gets a lot of height. You can see him. His foot's up. He's standing tall. Larry might miss this jump here. It might be the critical thing. Yeah. I think, interesting start. The referee looking a little bit unsure about that start. But anyway, 2-1. Larry now over Filip. And round 3. Let's see what the strategy is here again. Both athletes asking how the start is going to happen. Obviously, that last one was a bit disjointed. Again, Filip high knuckles. Larry slightly lower, but wrist is up. Threatening the hand somewhat now is Larry against Filip. You can see Larry's comfortable if he goes in that hook. He wants to end up that bicep strength of his is mega. Filip looking for a way to try to get on top of the arm, but you can see the height now from Larry is preventing that. Larry is much higher in the knuckles. You can see his knuckles are up. That's taking away Filip's ability to just dive forward. Filip's hand is being threatened subsequently into the hook, and there's that hand threat. You can see Filip sensed it. Bails in the strap now. Okay. Larry looking comfortable in the strap. Filip unsure of where to go next. He's playing around looking for a feeling, but he's not going to find it. Larry looking rock solid. Filip thinking, how am I going to get this? All these little tiny things he's asking for. He's searching, but Larry just saying, let's start it. Let's say go. Larry looking very tight through the bicep. Filip attempting in the press, getting it set. Now Larry looking to try to win back center. There it is. There's center. He got it on his side of the table. Now the side pressure defense from Filip. Not enough. The nod of approval. Larry Wheels your winner. Let's have a look at it again. That start. That was pretty impressive stuff there. Raw power. Just sheer raw power from Larry. It's crazy the way he's winning. And I'll expand on this why I say it's crazy in a minute. Let's watch it one more time. Filip will set the press. He will get the shoulder in. You watch it. There's the shoulder in. I'm going to press pause there. Have a look at this position. Fascinating position from both of these gentlemen. Okay, Filip has dictated the lane right here. Okay, arm wrestling is often about dictating lanes. Filip has just done that. He's dictated the lane. He's got it where he wants it. But Larry, just so much strength that it doesn't matter. Now, the shoulder is in from Filip. The pronation of Larry is contained. Filip is on the bicep right now of Larry Wheels, okay? And this is where I say brute strength. Watch what Larry does. As we press continue, Larry's just bicep starts to rise, and then look at that. There was a little bit of rise, which weakens the integrity of the hand position and the control that Filip has, and that immense bicep drags Filip outside of his shoulder. We continue. Filip now outside of the shoulder. You can see outside. Larry in this dropping hook position, still using his bicep strength predominantly. Once he gets Filip outside of his shoulder, he's going to start using the downward rotation of his wrist and a bit of side pressure through the elbow to finish Filip. Here we go. Interesting. You could hear the crowd saying, easy, 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 easy. I'm not sure who that was. I think they were worried about Filip. Filip, an incredibly experienced arm wrestler, so he's very aware of his connective tissue limits. He was safe. I would not at all think that he wasn't safe. All right, ladies and gents. Larry Wheels v. Filip Hritz. Great match. Brutal from Larry. I want to say a few things about that. Larry Wheels just won that match with nothing but just raw and still very simple arm wrestling technique. I mean that by no offense, Larry. This actually speaks volumes of Larry's upside potential in this sport. I think, look, Larry's going to be a megastar in this sport because he just won that match against an elite arm wrestler. Filip is an elite arm wrestler. And he won that match using very simple technique. Filip dominated the lanes. Filip dictated where the fight was going to be. And Larry used raw back pressure, bicep strength to first of all survive and then win back center and then finish the match. Larry's bicep strength clearly is world elite. That's very obvious. We see what he can do in the gym in the strict curl. We're seeing what he can do on the table now. It's world elite. It's world elite. And the interesting thing for me is that when Larry, and we're seeing little glimpses of Larry adding in the other components of arm wrestling. He finishes with a bit of rotation and a little bit of side pressure, which is great. But there's still so much more to come in those areas. And when those areas arrive equal to that of his bicep strength, the dude's going to be unbeatable. Larry Wheels is showing ridiculous results given that he's arm wrestling the way he is. That raw bicep is an ugly form of arm wrestling. And like I say, I reiterate, this is not a dig at Larry. This is an amazement that Larry can beat Filip the way he just beat Filip. Larry has so much room to improve in his game. In terms of, I've made the comments that Larry can be cursed by strength. And it is a real thing. Let me make no mistake. You can be cursed by strength. And what I mean by that is you can use very simple fundamental strengths because they are such calling cards to you. Larry has that calling card. His bicep strength is immense. Okay, to be able to catch Filip simply with a bicep, pull him back to center, pull him out of his shoulder, and then finish him with essentially just bicep is crazy. Okay? Larry is cursed by that, but I think he's hungry. We're starting to say, I don't have any doubt that Larry's going to catch all those other fundamentals up and the little things in between, most importantly. I don't doubt that he's going to catch them up. And when he does, oh man, when you see the power in Larry's bicep there, and then you think, imagine if he had an equivalent level of power in the little things that mattered. Oh, man. Anyway, Larry, well done on that supermatch win. Filip, well done on a gallant effort. Did everything right. Larry just too strong. But anyway, ladies and gents, let me know what you think about that performance from Larry Wheels in his 3-1 victory over Filip Hritz. Very entertaining, very interesting for the arm wrestling world. Can't wait to see what Larry does next. It's always interesting stuff. King of the Table, no doubt, on its way. Larry will have an opponent. It's going to be good. All right, guys. See ya.
Yes, that's a man!